Hello guys and welcome to my channel again. In the previous videos we had discussed about CSS thoroughly, and we had learned many things in CSS and how we can apply different kind of stylings to our web pages and other things. CSS is a very strong way to design your web pages and HTML tags, and it is also widely used. So we have ended our two courses. One is HTML course and second is CSS course. In this video, we will make a project using HTML and CSS so that all of the things we had covered so far will be revised, and we will also have a good practice by doing this. So I will give you a sample page of the website I will make, and you have to make that website yourself. And if you can't be able to do that, so you can follow up the video and see how I will make that page. So the page we will make today is a difficult page to make, so you don't have to worry about anything. If you have any difficulty, then you can also ask me in the comment sections. And you can also follow the video and make it by seeing how I make it. You will find the source code of this project in my website, so kindly check my website. The link will be in the description. So let me just show you the web page we will make today. We will make a copy of BBC website. So I had already made the page. The page will look like this. So you can see that we had logo, links, there is a top left bar, and there are many things: styling, hover styling, simple styling, picture, and there are many more things. So by making this type of web page, you will be able to revise all of the things we had learned so far in HTML section and CSS section. So this is making this kind of website is a very time taking thing. So I will copy the code and tell you how I had made this and how you can make this. So in the first section we will make this top bar, and in the second section we will make this bar, and in the third section we will make this portion, and in the fourth we will make this portion. You can also make it by yourself with a bit of changes. It doesn't matter. We are doing this all for learning purpose. So let's continue to make this thing. So let's jump to our code editor. So you can also find the pictures regarding this website on the Google or anywhere you want to, and I will also try to upload them on my website. So do kindly check my website for the source code and all other things. So let's continue. So let me just remove all the previous code we had written, and we will continue from the beginning. So I will give this the title of Css Project, Css and HTML Project. So let's continue. So the first thing we want on our website is the logo. So you can download the picture of this logo from the website. It is very common. I had already downloaded it in my folder. You can see that. So I will just copy. I will just place this picture on my website. So before doing that, let me just see that our web page is well connected. So yeah, you can see that our page is connected. So let me just put the image. So as I told you, I had already made this web page, so we will consume less time during this tutorial, because the video will become very long, because making this kind of page will take almost 3 to 4 hours. So let me just copy it from the sample page I had made. So there is the first top bar over here. So we will uh, all the things on the first top bar we will place it in one div. So because this is our first section, this top bar is our first section, and this is our second section, and this is our third section, and this is our fourth section. So I will place this section in a div so that it will become easy to design it. So this is the image. I will just copy and paste it. So you can see that our image has placed. So I will apply the styling on the image from our page, as we had an ID of logo, and there is also an ID of div top bar. So I will also give this an ID top bar. And let me see if there is any kind of styling applied to top bar. So yes, this is the styling for top bar. And this is the style section for logo. I will also copy this and paste it over there. So we had changed the width of our logo, and also we had given a top margin, and we had floated it to our left, and had also given a right margin. So the top margin uh, moved it a little bit down, and the right margin had moved it to a little bit right. You will see the difference when we make whole of that top bar. We can't differentiate it now. So the next thing we want is this sign in thing, and there is also a vertical line between it. So let me just copy this thing and place it over there and see what has done this. So I can see that it has placed a picture of sign-in logo. I had already saved the picture over here, and there is also a text called sign-in. So what this code is doing, this code has placed a picture, and there is an text over here, sign-in, and this has, and we had placed it and this thing in one another div, so that both of these things don't get mixed. And so this div have and also have an ID and class, and this picture has an ID, and this stem has also an ID. So let me just copy the styling I had right for this thing. So the ID is sign div and top bar class top bar section. So this is for top bar section. So what we are doing it, we are floating it to left, and we are giving it a border. Okay, we had giving it border. So so this line will be placed over here, and then we are giving it a height. So let me just save it. So you can see that there is a line over here. So the next thing I will do is to copy the styling for the picture, which is sign-in image. So this is the style, and I will also copy the sign-in text also, as we had done it. sign in text. So what we are doing, we are changing the width of our picture, and then we are giving our picture a margin of top and uh, of top, bottom, right and left, and then we are floating it to left. And what we are doing with text, we are bolding the text, and then we will giving it a size of 90%, and then we are setting the position for our picture, our text, sign in text, and then we are giving it a padding. So all of these things we had learned in our previous video. So if you haven't checked those videos, you can check it if you want to. So now you can see that this thing is looking a bit like. So you will see you will see that it will look exactly the same when we will reach the end section. So the next thing we want is this line. So I had placed this line in the form of picture. Okay, so I had already downloaded the picture. You can see that I had called this the weekly line. So let's just put this line. So for that I will copy this image section. So there is another div which we had called bell div, and in this div we had put an image for that line and also the image for bell. You can see that after the image there is a bell. So we had done that both of the things in a div. It is better to make div for every little part, so that it will become easy to design everything. So let me just copy it and paste it over here. So you can see that we have our line and bell, but we need a little bit styling for that, because we want the width of this thing shorter, and also we want the bell to be aligned to the top. So let me just see the styling for this div. So we have to copy the bell div ID styling, and then weekly line, and then ID the styling for that. So let me just get, I had done that. So yeah, bell div, bell, and the weekly line. So I will copy all of these things all together, and I will paste it over here. So what we are doing it, we are floating our line to the left, and then we are giving our picture a height of 40 pixels. So this will make our picture of that line shorter, and then we are moving the bell div to the left, so that our div goes to left side, and then we are changing the height of our bell, and then we are giving it a margin. Okay, so let's see. So you can see that it has aligned to our section with our section very good. So you can see that our page is now looking like what we want to make. Okay, so the next thing we want is this text field and these lines between them. So for that we will make a separate div in which we will write all of this text. So here is news. So I will copy all of this text all together, so it will show us this part. So this is news, this is sport, weather, iPlayer, TV, more. Okay, and this is the closing date. So I will copy this all together and place it over here. So what this will do, this will place a line, and then the text, you can see that all over there. And now we will design this text with CSS. So let me just do it. So you must be thinking that why there is a line behind every text, as we haven't placed any border between them. So it is because we had given this thing a class of top bar section, and we had styled the top bar section in the first place when we were styling this line. Okay. So now we have to copy the style for this thing, and there is another class which is top bar menu, and we have to copy that style also. So let me just do top bar menu. So here is it. I will just copy this. So what we are doing it, we are giving it a font weight of bold, then we are changing the size, then padding and height. So now you can see that it has aligned very well, just like we wanted to. Okay. So let me also copy the style for this thing. So we had put an image for this arrow. Okay, I had downloaded it already. So instead of doing coding for this, I had just downloaded the picture, so it will become easy. So I have to style this thing too. So for that, I will copy the style for more arrow. So let me just do it. So here is the style for this. So now you can see that it is looking exactly the same. Okay. So the next thing we want is this part. Okay, we want a search bar over there. Okay. So for that I have to copy the thing. Let me show you. Okay, so there is the code for that. So what we have done, we had put an two input types. One is text and other is image. So in the text field, we had made this field. You can see that we can write text, and in the image section we had placed this image, this magnifying glass image. Okay, so let me just copy this div. So you can see that we had placed our image very well. Okay, and then there is the text field. Okay, so we can write anything in there. So now we have to style both of these things. So for that I have to copy the style for then first text input type and then the image input type. Okay, so let me just do. So here is the style for search box, and here is the style for magnifying glass image. So what we are doing, we are giving our search box a background color. Okay, and then we are giving it a border of none, and then we have changed the font weight, font size, and we are giving it padding and margin. Okay, and in the magnifying glass section we had given it a margin top and then the height. So now you can see that our image, our top bar has been made exactly the same we want it to. Okay. Okay. So now you can see that it is looking exactly the same we want it to. So now we will make our second section, which is this. So you must be thinking that these lines are touching the top, and in this part it is not. So we will do it in the next section. I will show you how we will do it. So let me just make this section now. So in this section we had a heading, top heading, and then we had a image of location, and there is a text, and it is a link. Okay, and then there are many links over here. Okay, so let me do it. So for that we will also make a separate div, as I had told you before, that for every section, major section, we will make a div. Okay, so there is also a thing we had done in this code, is that we had make a div and give it a class of clear. So what this thing will do, this thing will clear all of our previous CSS styles, so that it will not apply to our next CSS styles. Okay, so this is a predefined class, so let me just put it. It won't do anything. So the next thing is that we had a div. I will copy the whole code in one place and I will tell you what it will do. So we had to make a div which we called menu bar container, and in that we had a heading, h1 heading, which is called news. We had done that to put this text, and then there is a link which says find local news, and there is a picture of pointer. So this is the text and this is the picture. Okay, so we will make this section first and then this section later in a separate div. So let me just share it and show you. So you can see that this is our text and this is our picture and this is our link. So when we will style it, it will look like exactly this. So let me just style it. So for this section we had a div ID which is menu bar container. So let me just copy the code for that. So this is the menu bar container code, and this is the CSS code for clear div we had put in the before menu bar container. So let me just place it. Okay, I can save it. Okay. So now you can see that our top bar is looking a bit like than the like we wanted to. Okay, so now I will place this thing over here and then this thing over here. Okay, and we will change the color and other styles a little bit more. So for that I will copy the code for this thing first and then this thing. So for the news part we had a div which has an ID of menu bar. So I will copy the style for menu bar and it is here. And I will also copy the code, the style for heading h1. Okay, so I didn't have to do it second time. So let me do it. So now what we are doing it, we are specifying the length of our menu bar, which is 1100 pixels. Okay, and then we are giving it a margin of auto. Okay, and in the heading section we are giving a padding of 0, then margin of 0, and then we are specifying the color, then font weight, font size, and other things you know better. Okay, so let me just show you the fact. So now you can see that okay, we had changed the color a bit also. So now it is looking exactly the same. You can see that. Okay, the next thing we want is to style this thing. Okay, for that we will copy the style for local news ID. So here is it, and you can see that there is also a hover effect on this thing. Okay, so I will copy the whole of this thing. Let me just copy this thing first. So I will show you what we are doing it here. So again we had given it a border, other things you know. So let me just show you what this will do. Okay, now you can see that it has placed a box over here, and then there is a picture, and this there is our text. Okay, so I will style it a little bit more. Okay, for that we had there is our style section for our link. So what we are doing it, so in this part we are styling our link. We are giving it a color of white, and then text decoration none, so that our link will not be underlined. Then the font size, and then there is a position. Okay, and in the hover section we had given it an underline, and then we are also changing the height of our image, the height of this image. Okay, so let me show you. So now you can see that it is exactly the same we wanted to. So our font style is different from this website. So let me see if there is the font size, if there is the font style over here. I think we will find it in our next section easily, because I had changed the font size. Okay, we will see it in further section. So now we had made this section. Now we will make this part. Okay, so let's jump to our editor. Okay, so for this section we had defined many links. As you can see that all of this section is made up of links. So all of these are links. Okay, so we had defined many links in this section. So I will simply there is again a clear div. Okay, so you have to put this line after every major section. You can do it. Okay, so that our text, our CSS does not apply it on other section. Okay, let me just copy this and place it over here. So what we are doing, we had defined many links. Okay, and then there is an image for this arrow. Okay, so that's very much. So let me just show you. So now you can see that there are our links, and there is our picture. So we haven't styled this yet, so let me just do it. So for that menu bar, for this color, this, we have to style our div. So for that I have to copy this ID styling. So this is menu bar 2 container. So let me see where I had written it. So here is it, menu bar 2 container. Okay, so let me also copy the style for menu bar 2. Okay, as we have to do it. So what we are doing, we are giving it a background color and then width, and in the menu bar section we are giving it width, margin and height. So now you can see that it is exactly the same as we wanted to. Okay, so let me just change the styling for these links. So for that I have to copy the menu bar to A styling, which is over here. So what this is the way for selecting anything inside the div. So what we are doing it, we are selecting the ID for menu bar 2, which is this, and then we are selecting all of the links inside this, as we want to style all of the links same. So we haven't give a class or ID to all of these links. We are just selecting these links through this menu bar ID. Okay, because this ID is unique, we will not give this ID to any of the things in our page. So let me just copy it. Or there is also a hover effect. Okay, as you can see that whenever we place the cursor where to the link, there is a underline. Okay, so this is our hover styling. So let me just place this row. So what we are doing, we are giving a color, a background decoration of text decoration of none, because we don't want the underline, and then we are giving padding and then border right. Okay, as we want a border right, you can see that there is the border. Okay, and then we had given it a position, and in the hover effect we had given it underline. So whenever we hover the mouse, the text become underlined. So let me just show you. So now you can see that it is looking almost like this. Okay, so yeah, so the next thing we want is to move the text a little bit up. Okay, and we also want to style this thing. So for that we have to copy the style for image, which is no border class, and this is it, and this is the menu bar to image. Okay, we are styling the image from this. So what we are doing in this line is that we are specifying that there will be no border. Okay, and important, it means that we are specifying this thing, that there should be no border over here. Okay, so this is a specifying statement. So now you can see that our text has aligned well and it is looking exactly the same. So why our text was behind on the lower side? Because of this picture, because the size of it was very large. So as we aligned this thing, all of our text had aligned itself. Okay, now you can see that our page is looking exactly the same as we wanted to. So this video is getting longer and longer. So let me just do this thing in a fast way. So our section had been made very well. Okay, so now we will make our style section. Okay, let's move. So for third section, so there is our third section. Okay, from here, from this side to this side. Okay, this is all our third section, and in this section we have divided it into two sections. Okay, so let me just put this thing first, the clear boutique. Then there will be a div which will have an ID of page container. Okay, and there is one more div in it, so it has a heading which is called h2 heading. Okay, so let me just copy it and place it. So let me just copy all of this section so that I will tell you what we are doing in this section more easily. So what we are doing, we are placing an h2 heading first for technology. So you can see that there is written at technology. So we will place this thing over here. Okay, and next what we are doing, we are giving a link again in h3 heading. So where is it? It is over here. You can see that it also had an hover effect and it is also a link. Okay, it is changing the color and there will be an underline when we hover the mouse. And then what we are doing it, we are writing a paragraph. You can see that here there is a paragraph, there is a in it there is the random text I had copied from BBC News. So here it will we will place this text over here. Okay. So the next thing we are doing it, we are putting an image. You can see that there is an image. Okay, and then over here there is a spam text. In this we are giving the date, and there is a link which says technology. Okay, so in this sample website, all of the links are empty because I don't want to show the user to another page because it is a practicing website. So you can place the links if you want to of any website in the href section. Okay, so what this thing will do, this will put up this thing over here and then this link. Okay, this technology link, and this image is the clock image which is over here. Okay, so as we want all of these things in one line, so that's why we have done it in one line. Okay, then there is a horizontal line which is this. Okay, you can see that this horizontal line which is in red color, so there is a special tag for horizontal line in HTML. Okay, and then there are two more links. Okay, so in this section we had placed two more links in two paragraphs. Okay, so you can see that, and then there is an image. Okay, which is main article image, and I guess this is the image for that. Okay, so let me just save it and show you how our page will look like without styling. So you can see that this is how our page will look like without styling. So after styling it will look like exactly like this. So I will style first this and then afterward these sections. Okay, so let me just do it. So first of all we will copy the page container style. Okay, so let me see where I had written it. So there is it is page container style. So what we are doing it, we are giving a width and margin. So let's see what it will do. So you can see that it has moved our page up like we want to in this page. Okay, so the next thing we want is to style is the main is h2 heading. Okay, and also this main article heading. So for that I will copy this h2 part, and I will also copy the h3 heading part and hover part. It will style our this thing. Okay, so let me just do it in one take. So what we are doing is that we are changing the font weight, margin top, and all of these things, and in the h3 part we are giving it a color of black and font size and text decoration none, and in the hover effect we are changing the color and giving it an underline. Okay, so now you will able to see this thing. So now you can see that. Okay, there is a hover effect and everything. So let's move forward. So the next thing we want to style is our this part, and for before going to this part I will also copy the style for article container. Okay, in article container div we have all of these things. Okay, all of this part is in article container. Okay, so okay, there is the style for it. So before copying this, let me just copy this thing. Then I will show you what we are doing it over here. So what we are doing it. So where is article summary? So there is the article summary. Okay. In the article summary, we had all of this stuff. Okay. So there is a paragraph and four links and a picture. Okay. So in the article summary part, we are giving it a color. Okay, and then width and floating it towards left as there is color. And then we are styling our clock image. So there is our clock image and we are styling it. We are changing the height and giving it a position. And then we are styling our topic link. Okay, so where is our topic link? There is our topic link. Okay, which says technology. Okay, we are styling this thing. Topic link, we are giving it color and everything. You know very well. And then we are giving it an hover effect. And then we are giving a padding to our date section. Okay, so you can see that there is our date section. So we are giving it a padding. Okay, so now let's see. So now you can see that it is looking exactly the same we want it to. Okay, so there is our hover effect, just like the same we had over here. And then this thing. Okay, so after this we have to style our this line. Okay, and I guess also these two links. Okay, yeah, we also have to style these two links and then this image. So let me see the classes for these links and this line. Okay, so for line I have to copy the style for article HR. So let me see. I think I had designed this in the article container section. So let me just copy this. Okay, there is article HR line. Okay, then there is article link and then there is a hover effect. I will copy all of these things and I will show you what we are doing it all together. So what we are doing, we are giving a width of our article. So as we want this part to have a width of this. Okay, then we have the line and then this part. Okay, so we are changing the width of our this part. Okay, and then we are giving it a border solid, which is this line. Okay, and then we are giving a padding. Okay, and then in main article image, the main article image is this image. Okay, which is very big in our part, and so we are changing the width of our image to 400 pixel and we are also giving it a margin of left. Okay, then we are changing the article line styling, which is this line. Okay, so we are giving it a border. Okay, and then width of 50 pixels. And then article links are those links, these two links. Okay, so these two links are for article links. Okay, so for that, what we are doing, we are changing the color to black and then the text decoration none. And then on the hover effect, we are giving it text decoration of underline and then the color. So I hope you had understand this thing. All of this thing is very difficult. I know that very well. So if you feel difficulty in the code or anything, you can question me in the comment section, and you can also pause the video and see it from the behind. Okay, so all of the confusion will get clear. Okay, so this is a very big project as we are making exactly the same copy of BBC Web News. Okay, so I had made this page by seeing the BBC News website exactly. So I had copied the exactly same thing. Okay, So it is, I know it is very difficult for you, but you can question anything if you want to. So now you can see that it is looking exactly the same as this. Okay, so it is exactly the same. Okay, so this is our last part which we want to write and style. Okay, let's do it. So we are again using the clear div. Okay, and then there is a watch and listen heading. Okay, which is this, and then there is an image. Okay, which is article 1 image. I don't know what it is, and then there is also a link which says UK Science Chief tags. Okay, which is this. Okay, you can see that, and then there is again a clock image, and there is again date and technology link, which is this. Okay, so let me show you how it will look. So now you can see that without styling it will look like this. So these thing has been styled, okay, because we had styled it over here and we are using the same classes for it over here. Okay, so let me copy the style for this in one place, then I will show you how what we had done in this whole part. So I will start from the beginning. So watch listen is our text. So what we are doing, we are giving it a margin, okay, then width, and then we are floating it to right side as we want it to our right side. Okay, then H4 is the heading, and we are changing the font size and giving it a font weight of none. H4 is our watch and listen heading. Okay, then there is article side image, which is this image. Okay, so we are styling it, we are giving floating it to left, and then we are giving it width and margin right of 10 pixels. Okay, then there is watch listen link. Watch listen link is this link, okay, which says UK Science Chief blogs. Okay, so what we are doing it, you can see that we are giving it a text decoration of none, then color, font weight and font size, and then on the hover effect we are giving it a color. Okay, then there is a side article. Okay, so let me see what is side article. So yeah, this is the side article. Okay, so in this we had this text. So what we are doing in side article is that we are floating it towards right, and then we are giving it width. Okay, the whole part we are giving width to whole part, and then we are setting the position. Okay, and then this no border class we are setting the border none and padding 0. Okay, and on the border right we are specifying this border. Okay, let me see where is the border right class. I think so. I can't see the border class now. I think I had given it to the top of the side. So let's leave this. So you know what we are doing over here. So we are giving only a marble border. So okay, so in this section what we are doing it, so we are changing the distance we had on the top side. Okay, you can see that this distance we have no distance on this side, but we had on this side. So we are changing this distance to 0 as in our body part. So all of our this page is in the body. Okay, so the body tag has its own margin and padding, which is by default Okay, so we are setting this that margin and padding to 0. Okay, then also we are changing the font size in the body section. So we are changing the font size in the body section so that this font size will be applied to all of our page and we don't have to give it again and again. Okay, so now our website has designed totally as we want to. You can see that it is exactly the same. Okay, so there is the hover effect for this and this. Okay, you can see that all of these links and our uh, web page is also aligned properly as we want to. Okay, so we had done a very big thing in this video, and this project is very difficult and very long. So if you had understand it very well, so congratulations, it is a very big task. And if you have any questions, so you can comment and ask me. Okay, so the video had gone long too much, so I think I have to end this video. So if you have any questions regarding the video, kindly comment below. We will find the source code for this website. Okay, so this web page in my blog, in my website. So kindly check my website. The link will be in the description. Okay, so this is all for this video. Thank you.